I'm going to get caught again. Oh. Oh, right, let's put that out now. People are tuning in. Oh, somewhere there. Oh. Hi, Chris. Good to see you, mate. I always get caught having a puff. You're right, silly, mate. Good to see you again. Look, the table's been cleaned off. There's only a roll of sellotape there. The bottom bit hasn't, but that's my meds under there, so it's got to stay there. So I'm really quite faint today, so I'm just going to put this in again. Nick's doing articles on all the yeah. Mick's doing an article on all the CJs, so you can read it there, or if you go on via the Facebook account, to Great British Coin on Facebook, and you can catch it all on there as well. I must admit, it brought a tear to my eye when I was reading it, and so one of the comments underneath from a lady Glenda that I used to, a lady Glenda that I know quite well. It was quite nice to read. But he's going to be doing that with all the CJs, and so keep an eye on that. I've just had an email from him as well. He's going to be sending out weekly newsletters that's going to have all sorts of new features and everything on there. But unfortunately, my email account's been blocked at the moment. It's been flagged to sending spam. So I can't get on there and sort it all out at the moment. But yeah, so he's going to be doing all of that. What else have we got? Pretty much, I've just told you all the news, haven't I? Right, it's John Gamble wants me to give him a ring, so that'll have to wait. Good evening, Chris. Good to see you again, mate. So what I can share with you then, this is something that I didn't just share, is I did do it a bit on Steve's stream this afternoon, but I've been sent an email with regards to some new coins that are going to be released in 2020. Which always sounds weird when you say it like that, but it's actually, it's only just over a month away. So I'll just run through some of these new coins that are coming out or been announced for 2020. Yeah, I've just seen it there now, John. I'm on till about 8 o'clock. So if it's all right with you, I'll give you about 8 o'clock, if that's good with you. Javid, good to see you, mate. Right, so some of the coins that have been announced for 2020, and you'll have to bear with me because I'm looking at my email to read this now. So it's 50 years of the rock band Queen. A £2 coin. The reverse is a keyboard, a drum, a bass, and an electric guitar, accompanied by a microphone and the inscription Queen. The coin shall have a plain edge, and in incuss letters the inscription Mercury, May, Taylor, and Deacon. There will also be a £5 coin. The reverse again will be a keyboard, a drum, a bass, and an electric guitar, accompanied by a microphone and the inscription Queen. So that's £2 and £5 coins for the celebration of the rock band Queen. After 8 PM is good, yeah. Okay, right, yep. So we move on from the £2 and the £5 to 50p's. As a few people have been talking about, this was muted a bit last week. I've got 3 50p dinosaurs, a design depicting a megalosaurus, but I apologise now if my pronunciation of these is wrong. So a design depicting a megalosaurus accompanied by the inscription Megalosaurus and Buckland 1824. A design depicting an Ingranadon, don't know if that's right, and the inscription Iguanodon and Mantel 1825. I'm sure you're absolutely loving my pronunciations of these. A design depicting a Hylosaurus accompanied by the inscription Hylosaurus and Mantel 1833. So they're the 3 50p dinosaurs that have also been announced. Also a 50p coin, James Bond. The reverse will be a depiction of James Bond's car accompanied by the 007 logo. The coin will have a grained edge. Let's just leave that there while I catch up with you. Which one will be a good seller, Jack? I think the Queen one will. I think the Queen will be a popular for a £2 and £5 coins. Louise, there's a George III £5 and a Mayflower £2 and a 2020 Tokyo Olympic 50p. Not too bad for a fossil like me. Yeah, not too bad. I think the James Bond one will also be a popular one. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 £5 Tower of London coins. A depiction of the yeoman warder's mace and a Roman arch window accompanied by the inscription Tower of London. A depiction of 3 God, I always get this one wrong. Heraldic lions coming through a Roman arch window accompanied by the inscription Tower of London. A depiction of a crowned medieval penny set against a Roman arch window accompanied by the inscription Tower of London. And then your final one, the inscription My Liberty Denied, set against a Roman arch window accompanied by the inscription Tower of London. So they're all the ones that I've been given updates for. I did actually get that last night, but I didn't get a proper chance to read it all until today. I don't know if they've officially been announced or somebody has just leaked that information to me, but they're the ones that I've been told about so far. Liz on guitar and Phil. Oh, I'm not even going to go down this road because we'll end up where we were last week with talking about poor old Liz and Phil. I will just crack the joke that Chris did earlier on. I think it was Chris anyway, that the Queen £2 ones now means that you'll have a Queen on both sides of the coin. So yeah, I haven't got any more information. I haven't got any pictures. I haven't got anything like that. That's just some updates that were sent to me. So obviously I thought I would just share them. How many of these will actually be for circulation? Let me guess. Yeah, again, with that, I can't give you an answer on that. I haven't been told whether any of those are for circulation or being kept back. Your guess is as good as mine, and I think pretty much we all know what it'll be. It'll probably be none of those are actually going into circulation, although we have been told that there is a new £2 being released next year. So that's something, I guess. I'm more interested at the moment to know about the A to Zs, and whether it's just going to be the same A to Zs again. I think as we spoke the other day, Christopher Collects has let slip that they're doing the A to Z run for 5 years. But whether that's going to be the same design and the same pictures on each of the letters for 5 years, I don't know. I do hope it's not, because I think they're missing a really big opportunity if they're going to just keep it the same for 5 years. And I think it really lacks a bit of imagination if they do that. The dinosaurs in the 2020s, possibly. I'd like to think that they're going to put the James Bond into circulation. But that, again, that's, I say, I haven't got any information on that, but it's just my own thoughts on it. And again, whether the dinosaurs, how many was it? Was it 3 or 4? 1, 2, 3. There's 3 dinosaurs that I've been told about. Whether that's going to extend further in the year, and there will actually be more to add to the collection, I've no idea. And the same with the James Bond. I've only been told about 1, which will be his car and the 007 logo. I'd be very surprised if they didn't do more in the James Bond areas. There's so many they can put on there, isn't there? You can put all the Bond fillings on them. Which car? It's got to be the Aston Martin, isn't it? I would imagine, at a guess, I'd say it'll probably be going back to one of the earlier Aston Martins, from the early James Bonds, I would guess. But again, it is just me guessing there. It's not any ideas or anything. Andrew O'Neill, Black Cloud Mining. Hey all. Good evening, Andrew. Good to see you. Jack thinks just the dinosaurs on the 2020 Olympics, possibly. Yeah. I wonder whether we'll have. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't be yawning. I didn't get up until after day. After the day had gone. I wonder whether they're doing a new Olympic set. Hello, Judith. Yeah, if I didn't say it, good evening, Judith. You could do the whole set just of Bond cars, yeah. Morning one. It does, yeah, I did sleep for half the day today, so hey Andrew, how are you, my friend? Yeah, so that's pretty much it as far as I've got. Yeah, but because they proved to be popular, Lou, will they then decide, oh, we can cash in on this again and do another set? It wouldn't be unlike them to decide this has been popular, let's run another set. Oh, dear. Oh, sorry. So yeah, the only other bits of news, obviously, we just gave away $2,000 on Ian's stream. Goodbye, Lorna. Thank you for all your work again today. It is appreciated. Just gave away $2,000 on Ian's stream, and like I said, I love giving away money when it's Ian's money. We're only 100 subs away from a big 4K giveaway. I've got an idea what it is, but I don't want to say it until I get that confirmed. And I went in and looked at some of the analytics and everything earlier on. Oh, so if you WhatsApp me, I'll give you a little Grover advert to put on your channel if you're up for it. Your channel has 200 subs and no content. So let's have your first video, an English one. There we go, silly ass. If you WhatsApp Ian, he will send you a video that you can put up onto your channel for you. What was I just saying? Yeah, so I went in and looked at the analytics of the channel earlier on, and it looks like average is between 30 and 50 subs a day we're picking up. So I know Ian said that he predicted by the end of the week we'd be on 4K. I'll go further and say, really, by Wednesday we should be on to 4,000 subs. And then you've got another fantastic giveaway coming when that happens. The next big one will be the 5K subs, and I'm not going to apologise for keep publicising it because it gives you all the chance to get collecting the coins. If you saw the previous one, the previous gold proof giveaway, which was won by Jamie, the Peter Rabbit, that was only using the A to Z coins. The one that we've got coming up for 5K subs, you will be able to use the A to Z coins, the 50p Olympics, suffragettes, puddle duck, all of those ones, as well as the state and park quarters. So our American friends can also be bidding on them. Yeah, so that'll be as soon as we hit 5,000 subs. That'll be at least a 12-hour auction, finishing at midnight as we did with the last one, and it'll be Martha that will be coming on to shut that auction down. I think it was Judith mentioned about the 3K subs giveaway, and it just goes to show you how quickly the channel is growing. That it was only, a couple of weeks ago that one was being done, and now we're approaching 4,000. And if I'm right, I think Ian's on now, so he'll tell me if I'm wrong. I think Ian had said it would be a £400 mystery voucher, or a mystery parcel, should I say? £400 mystery parcel was the giveaway for the 4K subs. So again, a fantastic prize for that giveaway. So the only thing we ask you to do for that to help us get there is obviously liking the stream and sharing it to your social media. The more people we can get doing that, the faster we will hit the 4K subs, beg your pardon, and the faster a giveaway will be done. There we go, £400 mystery parcel, which will be circulated coins and prints. I'm not going up against Jamie for the gold proof. I'd have no chance. I'm not going to make any comment on that. But yeah, no, I mean, I think that now we've opened this up to, I think at the last count, it was about 14 different coins that you'll be able to bid for the gold proof with. And I thought Peter Rabbit went relatively cheap. I think it was $5.75, was it? So about £57.50 in face value. I think this time it's going to be going for double that at least. So yeah, but again, that's just my personal views on it. But it gives a lot more people a chance to be bidding on it. That's the whole idea, opening it up to other people. I'm just going to do something. Sorry, I've been desperate to do this all week. That's better. I just enjoyed doing that. As you saw, there was a few other announcements that I put onto Ian's stream. Obviously, the big Christmas tree raffle for the terminally ill children. That seemed to be the most favourable one that people were keen on. I have got the name of it written down somewhere, but off the top of my head, I can't remember what the name of it was. But I believe it was one that's fairly local to both Disney and John Gamble. I know I've got it written down on one of my bits of paper somewhere. I just, honestly, off the top of my head, I can't remember it. But I will get that sorted for you as soon as I know it. No, I just can't find it. I need to have a proper look for that tomorrow. Donna's Dream, that seems to ring a bell. How do you enter for which one are you talking about, Matt? If you're talking about the 4K subs giveaway or the 5K subs auction for the gold proof, on those all you need to be is a member of the Great British Coin Hunt. The 4K subs, I'm guessing Ian will do it the same way as we did with the 3K subs, where Ian will put a video up. He will ask people to comment on that, and then after a set period of time, he'll just go on, and you can use there's a website that allows you to pick a random comment from all the comments that have been added onto that video. It also will delete multiple entries. So if one person thinks they're going to be really clever and go on there and comment 10 different times, it doesn't count as 10 entries. It actually gets rid of them all and only counts one entry from that person. We did try to get Steve Fraser to draw the last 3K one, but when I sent him the links for the competition, it crashed his computer, so it didn't end up being live. But yeah, so that's the idea on that. I assume that's the way that Ian wants to run it anyway. The Christmas tree raffle one, we're doing this one a little bit different, and we're asking subscribers to send in a coin, any coin at all that you want. Send that in to Dragon Lord Steve Fraser. He's going to put a miniature Christmas tree up on a table behind him. Coins will be displayed around the bottom of the tree, and each time he gets one, he'll stick a tag onto the tree so you can see it physically growing. There's going to be 3 winners. Each winner will receive at least one silver proof. Sorry, definitely not gold proof. Each winner will definitely receive 1 silver proof, plus a mixture of other coins. And the raffle for that, anytime now, that should be going live up onto the site. So you just go on there and buy tickets like you would any normal raffle. As for the coins that you send in to Steve, it doesn't matter what they are. You know, I don't know if any of you guys have been lucky enough if any of you guys have got things like, you know, any of these sheets, you can send in one of those. You can send in the silver proofs, or if you want, you can send in, you know, something basic, you know, send in a Paddington at the Palace or whatever. It's entirely down to you as to what coin that you send in, the value of the coin, etc. And as I said earlier on, for me, it's not really about actually winning or anything like that. It's about raising funds for a really, really good cause. You know, and it seems to be a really popular choice with everybody else anyway. So yeah, so that's how you'll enter that. As soon as I'm aware that it's gone live on the site, then I will start. Who to send it into? It's Dragon Lord Steve Fraser. Oh Lou, look, you've changed colour. I will get you. Actually, it's easier if I do it this way, isn't it? I'll get you Dragon Lord's link. That's a link to his website. Obviously, as you know, he's also a mod for us, a CJ for us. But he's got a contacts thing on his website. I'm pretty sure he has on his YouTube channel as well. So just look for Dragon Lord Coin Steve Fraser and contact him to get the details for that. Lou very cleverly said earlier on about if anybody wants to add in, you know, whether it's a few stamps or whatever, to help Steve with, you know, the cost for sending out the prizes, that would also be appreciated. And Lou's just reminding us, don't forget to share hashtag try to catch Gruffalo, a Gruffalo. I'll get onto that one in a tick. Sue, good evening. Good to see you. I nearly slipped up there. And Lou doesn't think I'm very funny. Yeah, so onto the Gruffalo. If you're lucky enough to have been selected as a volunteer for the Gruffalo into circulation, all of those are in the process of being sent out. I know an awful lot of them have been sent out today and tomorrow, so you're going to be getting them as soon as possible. I will just run through quickly what you need to do with those, but I'm sure you are aware anyway. But when you receive your, I believe it's 10 that everybody's getting. When you receive your 10 Gruffalos, you take them to your nearest supermarket that's got a Coinstar machine. Pop all 10 into the Coinstar machine while you're recording this. It'll pop up a window whether you want the money or donate it to charity. Select a charity on there. Print out the receipt for that. Sorry, I'm getting messages coming through. Print out the receipt for that. Then post your video of you putting them into circulation into the WhatsApp group. Pop the receipt that you've got for the coins going into the Coinstar machine into an envelope. Send that back to the Great British Coin Hunt. I think Ian's asking for people to do that within 7 days of them receiving it. The faster we get it done means the faster we can then move on to the next coin going into circulation. So yeah, that's as far as the Gruffalo is concerned. I will share with you now another link. Ian has already put the first 50 into circulation. And if you pop across to YouTube, not YouTube, eBay, there's your chance to place a bid on the ephemera, the COA and the receipt that Ian got for the first 50, and that's your chance to own those. I won't read out what Lewis just said. I think she's upset because I took her spanner away from her. Did you not get your post today, Lou? I was hoping you'd get that today. It must be tomorrow then. I was hoping it would be today. But yeah, so that's all the news with regards to ephemera, the Gruffalo, the 4K giveaway, the 5K auction. Where else were we going? as a bit of fun, the CJs, or hopefully most of the CJs, will be sending me some pictures very, very shortly that are then going to be forwarded on to Fran, and she is going to turn them all into a calendar, Great British Coin Hunt calendar, and I'm assuming or hoping that they will then go up onto the website for you to buy 2020 calendars with your CJs. I've got no idea what sort of pictures are going to be sent in. I did ask people to be a bit creative, so I've got no idea at all what is going to be sent in on them. Yeah, please smash the like and the share button, please. I'm only on here till 8 o'clock tonight. My family are coming on at 8 o'clock. He's actually rang me just now, and he's actually been away to pick up some proof year sets that he's going to be showcasing on his channel tonight. So stay tuned for that. After that, 11 o'clock, we've got Matt, I think it is, unless I've made another mistake, till midnight. And then I believe that either Butch or non-confrontational will be on from midnight. How long, I've got no idea. They probably don't know themselves. Louise, you will feel bad tomorrow when you see what I've sent you. Oh dear. Is that due to be with me by tomorrow, Lou? Because if it is, it will be opened on stream then. I've taken over Hannah's shift tomorrow, and she's doing mine on Wednesday. Okay, so it'll be opened on camera tomorrow then. As my post generally turns up between 1 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I look forward to seeing what you've sent. Although you can't take credit for it because it was Emily that picked it out. You've already told me that. So yeah, so there's lots and lots of exciting things happening at the moment. A lot of milestones that we're going to be reaching. Yeah, some really good times ahead. The Christmas tree raffle idea was Angela Clover's idea. Sorry, I always get the name wrong. So I just want to say there, a huge thank you to her for coming up with that idea. But also, if any of you have got any ideas that you want to put forward for the channel, then please throw them at us and we'll go with them. We'll see where we can lead with it, what we can do with it. And most times we do we do run with those ideas. So if there's anything you want to see, you know, just throw one of us an email or even say it on the stream, and we'll see where we can go with that. Just bear in mind, at the moment we are incredibly busy with all the things that we've got going on, so it might be a little while to get back to you. And John Gamble will tell you my head's like a sieve at the moment, and it took me a week to ring him, so just keep reminding me. A brick through the window. Okay, I was going to try my best to avoid that one, silly as I want to be. So we're going to the Mint on the weekend of the 25th of January. I've said if we can get £250 to donate to Mind, mental health charity, then I would do the tour of the Royal Mint in drag. I personally, I live alone, so I haven't got access to women's clothes or anything like that, despite what the rumours might be. I haven't. So as far as I'm aware, Louise and Hannah were sorting out the outfit, as far as I'm aware. I'm not sure that I am too comfortable with that, but I think that's basically what the idea was. So I haven't got a clue, but that's the feeling that I've got. While we're on that, I will say about Mind, for anybody that's been in the position of whether it's depression or any other form of mental health, please do go over and have a look at their website. They are absolutely incredible, the things that they do. They also do, it's similar to Facebook in a way, that it's a social media interaction. I think, if I get the name right, I think it is Ellie Friends, Ellie as in elephant, friends. And it's just people that are sufferers of mental health, post onto a forum, if you like, and other people interact with them in that way. They also do, what do you call them? I'm just trying to think of the word now. Grants. They do grants where, only small grants, I think it's up to £250, that they do for people that suffer with mental health issues. They try to encourage people to get back to work or something along those lines. So they do small grants of up to £250. So, to help people getting back to work and getting their head in a better place. And I say it's a site that I've used a lot. They've helped me a lot in the past. So, that's why I chose them. Again, I will say that it was purely personal reasons I chose them for, but they are an incredible organisation, and they really are worthy of any sort of donations. I intentionally picked what I consider to be a reasonably low value, £250 to raise. I don't think it's a big amount. I think it's an amount that we should really smash quite comfortably. And also, Ian has also said that if we get the £250, I think by the 24th of January, he will also then donate a further 25%. So it'll take us well over £300. But please, if at any point it does get announced that we've raised the £250, please don't stop donating there. Whether it's just £1 that you're going to donate or anything, really, to charity organisations like Mind, every penny really, really does help. So I'll move on. But that's why I personally picked them, because, it's something that's quite dear to me. But anyway, so let's catch up. Yeah, I'm not going to say what Hannah said, but it will be more of something than drag. I'm sure they do. I've got some good ideas. I've got something from Steve Fraser today you can wear, and it's silver. I think it will look good on you. I'm not sure what that is, because I was in and out of Steve's feed today. So, confrontational nonconformist, good afternoon or evening. It's certainly evening for us anyway. Good to see you, buddy. I have sent you an email today, so just get round to that whenever you can, mate. It's only asking for your mailing address, and really just saying a thank you for everything you're doing for the stream. I think you're an awesome dude. I suppose I really should mention Brain, shouldn't I? Yeah, I think the pair of you are awesome. I love what you're doing. I love what you bring to the stream. So I think you're both great. Hi, Warren and all. Angela Clover, good afternoon or evening. We were just talking about you, all in a good way, and about the Christmas tree raffle. So thank you again for all of that. Chris Dyer, hi, Connon. Jack, Steve Silver Eyeshadow, he didn't like the colour. Oh, God, I don't even want to think what you guys are going to come up with. Max Coins, I'm not going. I don't feel comfortable paying £200 to get there for a 30-minute whiz round the point. That's why a lot of us are going, and we're going to make a weekend of it. Ian's going down on the Thursday till the Sunday. I know myself, I think Lou, Dragon Lord, plenty of others going down on the Friday to the Sunday. So that's why, but I appreciate, not everybody else is able to do that. Chris, we got to get you in on this also. Yeah, it'll be good. I'm tired, ready, want to go to sleep. Yeah, I'm not too bad. I feel like that as well, even though I slept till midday today. Power nap, is the brain here? I sleep 8 hours, I'm good. Cool. I actually slept, I think it was getting on for about 11 hours. I was absolutely shattered. The brain, hi, I'm good, thank you. Good to see you as well. I'm going to try for a nap. I'm going to force the brain to get up here for me. Yeah, I say, brain, honestly, it's not any sort of rush or anything, just whenever you get round to it. I won't get round to posting anything off another day or two anyway, but yeah, whenever you get round to it. But I just also wanted to say to you both, thank you for what you're doing. Matt, I'd love to, but oh, that's right, you were saying about your dog. Yeah, UK Coin Hunt, good evening, good to see you, buddy. Chris Dyer will play Kiss Chase at the Mints, and I will run slowly for you. Kim Humphreys saying good evening. I'm good, yeah, everybody, yeah. So that's pretty much all of sort of the updates that I've got for everybody at the moment. I did go through some of the coin releases that I've been told about for 2020. Earlier on, but I can always run through some of those again if anybody's interested in any of them. So there's not a lot for me to really do. I didn't get any post at all today, which is a bit upsetting. It's first day in ages. I'll show you one of the things that I'm going to send to you, actually, Brain and Non-Con, while you're here. I'm going to send you a sheet of coins. I've got to find the right one now. Oh, was it this one? No, that's the one. Oh, no, it is this one, isn't it? Yeah, so this is one of the things that I'm going to send to you. It's a sheet of all different denominations, from halfpence, which we don't use any longer, 3 to 20 pences. So this is one of the things that I've got ready to send to you. And silly as I want to be, don't you panic. I've got your mailing address, something will be coming your way as well. Yeah, so that's one of the ones that I will be sending down to you. But there will be some other bits and bobs thrown in there as well. Oceans Jack might be back later. Gone to wrap up some Christmas tree coins for Steve. Thank you very much for that, Jack. Really do appreciate that. While we're on that, quickly with Oceans there, you can also purchase anything from either the Great British Coin Hunt or from Dragon Lord Coins and ask for that to be sent into the raffle with Steve. If you're doing that on the Great British Coin Hunt, you can use any of your points or vouchers for that. So, yeah, any coins that you send in, it doesn't matter whether they're, whether they're worth face value or whether they're worth a bit more. Any coin that you send in is appreciated, and say raising funds for kids that are terminally ill, so that'd be fantastic, and appreciated as well. There's going to be a Queen 50 years coming out in 2020. There certainly is. There's actually, let me tell you what they were. Excuse me. There's going to be 50 years of the rock band Queen, a £2 coin. So I'll show you, if I show you what our £2 coins are like. So these are what our £2 coins are. They're roughly quite a bit bigger than our £1 coins. That's a £1 against a £2. So there's going to be a £2 coin coming out. Oh, that's the wrong one. On the reverse of the coin, so it will be on that side of the coin. It will feature a keyboard, a drum, a bass, and an electric guitar, accompanied by a microphone with the inscription Queen. The coin shall have a plain edge, and in encussed letters, the inscription Mercury, May, Taylor, and Deacon will be on it. And then there will be a £5 coin, if I can find you one of those. The £5 coins for us are much, much larger. I did have a tidy up here, so it's a bit harder for me to find. But our £5 coins are a lot larger. And it will be, oh God, I've lost it now. Where's my page gone? Sorry, let me find it back. So on the £5 coin, the reverse again will feature a keyboard, a drum, a bass, and an electric guitar, accompanied by a microphone and the inscription Queen. So yeah, they're the two Queen coins that have been announced for us coming up for next year. Queen's one of my favourite bands. Grew up listening to them. Love the fun. So do we, yeah. Spot on, Chris. We certainly do. All one big family. Yeah, we are. Messenger after Warren is done. I'm only on for another 32 minutes. So I've got a nice easy day today. It depends which one you mean. Do you mean the poppy from the Westminster? That was the Westminster one that they did. Will it go into circulation? I haven't. I've been given a long list of coins today. No, not that one. I'll get rid of that then. But I haven't been told about any of them going into circulation or not for circulation. I've just been given a list of the coins, so I've got no idea on that. Your guess is as good as mine. There's also a 50p James Bond coin that's been announced, and 3 dinosaur 50p's as well. But again, with them, I don't know anything about whether they'll be circulated or not. I've got no idea. Matt, any voucher codes? I personally haven't got any voucher codes, Matt, but I'll just give you an example. If you mess about with any of these sort of variations, so that's one variation of it. The following week, we did these for 5 weeks. So these would be variations of them. As you can see, the only thing that is actually changing on each of them is the first digit. So it's Monday 1, 12:30, Monday 2, 12:30, Monday 3, 12:30. And then if you change the 12:30 every half an hour, so Monday 1, 1:00, Monday 1:30. Now, if you think you've actually got those voucher codes every single day from Monday through to Friday, so 5 days a week, and that voucher code changed every 30 minutes. Okay, so that applies to every day of the week. So when you get onto the Great British Coin Hunt, just mess about with a few of those codes, change the time on it, and all of those will give you £3 off when you're spending £4 on the site, and they are all still valid. So, God, I haven't got the brains to sit here and work out exactly how many voucher codes that is, but it is an absolute ton of them. They're the only ones that I can cast iron gift to you at the moment, Matt. So hopefully you can find one of those. That I say it's just a case of messing around, because there's an unlimited amount of those voucher codes, and you can use it on anything on the site, whether it's prints, raffles, any coins, anything that you want at all. So just mess about a little bit with it, and you will find one that does work. And if you've not used them before, you're going to have even more options of exactly how many you can get working. As I was saying, the 50p one that I've been told for the James Bond, I've only been told that it's going to be one James Bond coin. But again, you don't know with them whether it will then turn into a collection. But it will be a depiction of James Bond's car accompanied by the 007 logo. I certainly think the silver proof on that one will be incredibly popular. I can imagine a lot of people really rushing to get a silver proof of that. Obviously, James Bond is popular across the world, isn't it? I have just had another email from Westminster. It appears that they've done a new Remembrance Day £2. Is that the one that you were talking about? Who asked me about Popcoin? Is that the one you were talking about, Popcoin? The one, can't spit it out, the £2 coin, Poppy. I think I might have to purchase. Oh, that is limited to only 495. So I can't imagine that's. Oh, to be fair, it's only 25 quid. So I will pop you up the link for that. That's one that I've just this minute got an email. Oh, I can't. Sorry, because it's too many characters, so I can't do that one for you, I'm afraid. Hi Warren, just a quick one. Who's on after you, as I need to get confrontational non-conformist logged into the Great British Coin Hunt so it doesn't interrupt anybody's stream. You should be able to log on now, John. You can have multiple people logged onto the Great British Coin Hunt at the same time. I don't know about streaming at the same time, but you can get multiple people logged on at the same time, definitely. As you've seen, we've had Ian on here already interacting and posting comments in the chat. So you should be able to log in now, John, and non-confrontational. You should both be able to log on. 007 would be great. Also, how many bonds have there been? Oh, God. How many James Bonds? I'm sure somebody in chat is going to be better than I am. What have we had? Something like 8? Is it maybe even more than 8 now? Yeah, it must be more than 8. Oh, Lord, there we go. Oh, that wasn't a bad guess for me then, Lorna. I said 8, 9. That wasn't a bad guess for me. Just don't ask me to try and name them all for you. Warren, it will slow down your stream. I don't know. I think it depends on what sort of system the person's running Popcoin. Because I know when we were doing some of the 12 to 5 streams, we used to have whoever was streaming was logged in. We'd have Amy logged in the background, and then occasionally Ian would pop on as well. So I think it may depend. It might give a bit of a delayed lag from what I'm reading in the chat to what you're seeing. But then I'm not doing any raffles or giveaways or anything at the moment anyway. But I think it might depend a bit on, you know, on the system they're running. And I'm going to really tempt fate now and say, as far as I am aware, mine has been one of the few that hasn't actually I think mine and Hannah's are one of the few that haven't had to crash and be restarted. It's something that Ian and Steve Fraser sort of battle with, to be okay with that at the moment. I will just say, if anybody that's tuned in and watched the American streams, you'll have noticed they use a tool called StreamYards, which means they can have multiple people on the screen at the same time. I by no means am a computer expert or anything like that, but I've had a little bit of a play around with that today and yesterday, and it appears to be really, really easy to run. You just do it from the browser, and it's all run from there. So that's something that us UK streamers are going to be looking at doing and getting, you know, maybe more than one of us on the camera at the time. So again, just stay tuned for any of that sort of stuff. But it is something that we will be having a mess about with and doing. Let me catch up. Sorry, so who is on after me? Sorry, John, I didn't answer that at all, did I? My Family Collects is coming on from 8 till 11, which has helped me out massively, because otherwise it would have meant, oh, there we go, just as I've said that, he's come on. It's helped me out massively, because otherwise it would have meant that I'd have had to come on for an hour at 11 o'clock. And then from 11 till midnight, you've got Coins and More, Matt, or maybe Martha. I have no idea who it's going to be. And I think, if I'm right, I'm sure my family will correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they've just been getting out some proof year sets that they're going to be showcasing for you guys tonight. So yeah, stay tuned. There's some certainly really nice proof year sets available, which actually takes me nicely onto that. I can't. It was funny, just before the American guy started streaming for us, I was on YouTube one night, you know, couldn't sleep, and I was watching some American guys streaming, and they were showcasing some of their proof year sets. And I was actually quite shocked at how cheaply some of their proof year sets can be picked up for. And I think somebody showcased some of them last night, and he was saying that some of their proof year sets can be picked up for sort of $20, which really surprised me. But yeah, there's some really nice ones anyway, so that's good. Where else? Okay, there's been a little change to tomorrow's schedule. Hannah generally does Tuesdays 12 to 5, but as most of you will have seen, she's switched over kitchens, having all their kitchen redone, and that's left there in a bit of a mess. So I'm switching over and doing Hannah's stream 12 to 5 tomorrow, and she's going to do mine on Monday 12 to 5. But I might surprise her and have a bit of a mess around and trial run one of the StreamYards probably on the Wednesday, and see if we can get 2 of us on the screen together for a little bit. Good evening, Kai. Good to see you, mate. I hope you had a cracking birthday. They're going to be starting off with a 50p hunt. There we go. So they're always interesting to watch. It's funny, actually. I was talking on stream last night to on confrontational nonconformist. I was on his stream last night. He was doing sorting. Was it pennies you were putting into rolls? And I was chatting to Brian and saying they think it's really bizarre that we don't get our coins in rolls. We just get them literally in the money bags like this and not in rolls. I wish we got them in rolls like they do. I think it's wicked. They go in and get a box of $25 and they're all in rolls. I think that's awesome. I know Chris, you sent Chris Dyer. Didn't you send John Gamble a roll of pennies or half pennies, was it? I'd love to know where you got that from or how old that was that roll was. Yeah, certainly save on the plastic, exactly. I've got a drawer full of money bags at the moment. Okay, what I'll do is I'll quickly run through the releases that I've just been given. Yeah, 1971. Because I know Dean and a couple of other people have just joined you. So I was sent an email yesterday with a load of new release coins for 2020. So I'll just quickly run through them again. I've only got a quarter of an hour to go, so I'll just run through these for you again. I've not been given any information as to whether these are going to be circulated or non-circulated. So I'm sorry with that, but these are just, and I've got no release dates. I've just been told these are for 2020. So we start off with a £2, 50 Years of the Rock Band Queen, and it will feature a keyboard, a drum, a bass, and an electric guitar accompanied by a microphone and the inscription Queen. It will have a plain edge and in incut letters the inscription Mercury, May, Taylor, and Deacon. That's for the £2. The £5 coin, the reverse, will have a keyboard, a drum, a bass, an electric guitar, accompanied by a microphone and the inscription Queen. I'm quite looking forward to the £5. I like £5 coins. Then I've been given information about 3 50p dinosaur coins, and please bear with me for my pronunciation of these. So a dinosaur 50p coin, the design depicting a Megalosaurus accompanied by the inscription Megalosaurus and Buckland 1824. Another 50p design depicting an iguanodon accompanied by the inscription Iguanodon and Mantel 1825. And the last of the dinosaurs, a I don't know if it's Hylosaurus, accompanied by the inscription Hylosaurus and Mantel 1833. Then there will be another 50p coin that will be the James Bond. The reverse will be a depiction of James Bond's car accompanied by the 007 logo and the coin shall have a grained edge. Then moving on to some more £5 coins, there will be a £5 Queen's Beast, the White Horse of Hanover, and then we've got 4 £5 Tower of London coins. The first will be a depiction of the yeoman warder's mace and a Roman arch window, accompanied by the inscription Tower of London. The second will be a depiction of 3 heraldic lions coming through a Roman arch window, accompanied by the inscription Tower of London. That one sounds really nice to me. The third one will be a depiction of a crowned medieval penny set against a Roman arch window, accompanied by the inscription Tower of London. And the last one that I've got any information at all about will be the inscription My Liberty Denied, set against a Roman arch window, accompanied by the inscription Tower of London. So for any of you that have just joined us, those are all the new ones that I have just been told about yesterday, but I've just been able to share that information with you tonight. So they're the coins that I've been told. I've got no idea whether that's going to be circulated or uncirculated, so please don't send me tons of information asking me, because I just won't be able to answer you. They're just what I've been told. So I'm just going to clearing that phone off. Hi Warren, just to let you know, midnight till 8 AM we have the confrontational non-conformist streaming on the Great British Coin Hunt channel, and there we go. So that's been confirmed. I'm assuming that is, you mean midnight tonight to 8 AM, John, tomorrow. So I will take this opportunity to plug confrontational non-conformist for him. If you're not already subscribed to him, please subscribe to him. He makes some cracking content. Yeah, midnight till 8 AM Tuesday morning. Fantastic, John. Thank you for that then. Yes, please subscribe to Confrontational Nonconformist and watch his live stream, an 8-hour live stream. I mean, it really puts us to shame. We struggle when we're doing a 5-hour stream. He's going to be on for 8 hours. I will just give you the warning. It will be adult language that will be used. So if you're easily offended, please don't tune in, because we wouldn't want you to then come back and say, well, you should have told me. But again, you know, it is on after midnight. So expect a bit of colourful language. But he is a lovely guy. He really is. His partner in the background, Brain, will no doubt be there as well with him. And please tune in, because they've brought so much to this channel. You know, enabling us to go 24 hours some days, enabling us to go 18 to 20 hours other days. You know, so please show them all the support you can. Whether it's, you know, if it's just for an hour or before you go to bed, or an hour before you go to work in the morning, please do join in and you know, interact with these guys. They are fantastic. They do a lot of giveaways on their live streams, and they do ship to the UK. They have some fantastic interactions with all of their viewers. So if you've not watched it, please just tune it in. They really are great guys. Mick, good evening, Mick. Great to see you, mate. Really pleased to see you tonight. Brother, you know, yep, midnight to 8, yeah. Hiya, Mick. Just subbed. Thank you, Judith. Hello, friends and US friends. Complication of non-conformist will have a swear jar, so anytime he does swear, he will be putting a wheat penny or an Indian head penny into the jar for a big surprise. There we go. So that's cool as well. And I must admit, it was hilarious that we'd been giving out all of these warnings about adult language whenever confrontational nonconformist is streaming. And the very first time that they actually went live, the first person to swear was actually Butch, which I found highly amusing. So yeah, please do tune into them guys, because they are fantastic. And you probably won't get them to admit it, but they were actually very, very nervous about how they come across on with a UK audience. But the feedback that I have had is, I've said it to both you guys anyway, but I will say the feedback I have had has all been fantastic from the people that have watched you. They rate you guys incredibly highly, and it is just a shame that it's actually at a time when most of us are hitting the bed for the night, because you would get so much more support. Can you put your link here for it, Mick, and it will hit that up? Yeah, by all means, anybody just share. What I do with most is peeps following my blog on the Facebook page. What I can do for you there, if I pop you up, I'll tell you what, Mick. No, it'll probably be easier now. Actually, I'm there, isn't it? I've just logged on to my Facebook, so if I get the link for you, Mick, for your blogs, I have actually been trying to get you. I have shared this. I don't know if this is still the first link. Let me see if this is still. Oh no, I changed it. Mick has very nicely written an article on me today. I'll share you that link up first. This is Mick's blog, or part of Mick's blog. He's going to be doing features on all of the CJs over the coming weeks. So that's a little feature he's done on me. We appreciate anybody reading on that and leaving a comment on that. That would be highly appreciated. And now for Mick's blog, I will share you the link for the blog. So that is the link. Sugar. That's a problem. Let's see if it does it differently this way. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to share the link for the blog, because apparently it's got too many characters in it. But what I will do, okay, so what I'll do differently here then, Mick, if you go to the Great British Coin Hunts Facebook page, right at the very top, the first story that you will come across, it is Mick's blog. So let me just get that here for you. That's the easiest way. And obviously, while you're there, please like the Great British Coin Hunts Facebook page as well. So there we go. That's the Great British Coin Hunts Facebook page. And if you scroll down, the very first thing that you'll see will be Mick's blog. So please, everybody subscribe to that, or get on there at least, and let's get Mick a bit of interaction on there. I can only imagine that he's writing all these articles, and if people aren't interacting with him, it must become quite disheartening. So please get on there and have a bit of interaction with Mick. Literally, I'm running out of time now. I've got 5 minutes, so all I will do is run through. Not a problem, Mick, and I'm on again 12 till 5 tomorrow. Daytime for us. So I will do exactly the same tomorrow. I will make sure that it gets shared as much as possible tomorrow. So all that's left for me to do is update you with the timetable for this evening. Coming on at 8 o'clock, you've got My Family Collects. They're going to be starting off with a 50p hunt, but they've also got some fantastic proof year sets to showcase as well. They're staying on till 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, I always do this. I don't know who it is. It's Matt. It's Coins and More, but I don't know whether it's going to be Matt or Martha. It's always a bit of a shock to us. So stay tuned for that. That is 11 till midnight. And from 11 till midnight, we've got our fantastic guys from across the pond, Confrontational Nonconformist. And Brain, if you're not aware, Brain is his partner, who will also be there with you. And they're streaming for an incredible 8 hours straight through. So, any support that you can show these guys, they really do appreciate it. It means an awful lot to everybody. And like I've said again, if you haven't already subbed to Confrontational Nonconformist personal YouTube channel, please do that as well. Thank you so much, Warren. I say it's not a problem, Mick, honestly. It's all about the community, isn't it? Sharing it amongst each other and getting it out there to everybody. And that's what we're trying to do. The Brain, we will put your name out for our American friends also, Mick Smith. There we go, Mick. You don't know what you've let yourself in for now. Chris Warren, awesome interview piece. Everyone go read it. Inspirational, mate. I'm not going to go down that road because I'll start welling up again. But honestly, I do appreciate it. And, you guys honestly don't. I sit here most days, do you know what I mean, and laugh and joke with you. But you honestly don't know what you guys have done for me. So, it's a massive thank you from me. Genuinely, I am blown away by you guys. And as I've said in that interview, do you know what I mean? It's, I dread to think where I'd have been if I hadn't found the Great British Coin Hunt. But again, I'm not going to go down that road because I'll start welling up. But what I will say, please, it's as lovely as it is that you're all giving me this praise. Please, also, while you're there, Mick has done an introduction to himself. And I knew a little bit about Mick's background, but when I personally went on there and actually read all of it, it totally blew me away. So please also get in there and read, about Mick and Mick's background. And I say he's going to be doing this with all of our CJs going forward. So honestly, please read up about everybody. It's brilliant. It really is. And you'll certainly be in for some surprises. Right, I'm just waiting now, any minute now, for My Family to give me word that they're ready to go, and I will log off. Let me just catch up with you. The US Koi family are so friendly, and you learn so much. They are brilliant. Deserve the praise. Thank you, Mick. Honestly, it does mean the world to me. I can't because I was going to start welling, and I don't want to do that. You guys do know how to start me getting that way. But it's the same with you, Mick, I know it's done an awful lot for you, Mick, as well, personally, so it's brilliant, honestly. Warren, you're a star. Thank you. You're awesome as well, Kim. The fact that you tune in every day to us. Is anybody able to check and tell me whether My Family are set up and ready to go? If they are, then I can just log off now. If anybody's like, I can't do it while I'm on live, but if anybody can check that for me. Where are we? Bye, Warren. Thanks yet again. Thank you, Judith. Thank you. Absolutely, Kim. I hope they give you a spiky wig. Yes, they're live. Brilliant. Thank you, John. Do you still want me to give you a quick bell, John, or are you okay now? Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much, guys. So thank you all for tuning in. Please go over and support my family. Yeah, I'll give you a ring now, John. And I'm back tomorrow at 12 till 5. Till then, I'll be in the chat throughout the night. So thank you all, guys, and I'll see you soon. Oh, helps you click end.